Hello. I'm finally going to share these Traveller's Notebook packs with you. Finally. Now, these were originally in some canvas bags, but after I watched the lovely Wendy and Leo, I decided that I was going to make a couple of pouches. They're not kind of Wendy's standard, but I'm quite happy with how they turned out, and I finally got to use these vintage curtains. So I was really pleased that I could finally use this fabric. So I've got 5 of them. There are 5, and I'm just going to shove those. Let me just move these out of the way. So they're pretty plain, the little pouches that I've made. This is number 1. Okay. They're just very simple double stitched pouches. I've got a piece of this French vintage, I can't remember if it's linen or hemp, because I bought a pack from this lovely Etsy shop in France. So this is the kind of pack that comes in the little, I've got this wire. I've had a lot of people say they couldn't hear me. The microphone is so temperamental. I've got everything crossed that there is actually going to be sound, because I really don't want to do a voiceover for this video. So each one comes with a fully embellished traveller's notebook. They're not a standard size. I'll measure those in a minute. They come with a mini notebook. They come with an empty traveller's notebook and a little ephemera pouch with some bits in. So I'm going to move that aside also, and obviously start with the journal. The traveller's notebook style journal. Now these are 8 inches by 4 inches. So they're slightly smaller than a standard traveller's notebook. You could put these into a traveller's notebook if you've got the standard size. So on the front, there's one of the little metal backed charms and a little tag. There are also, where is it? Where's the other string? Here it is. 2 kind of beautiful glass beads, and some of them are the beautiful beads that I got from my good friend. Now each one has a bead charm on that is attached with one of those lovely skeleton tags. The cardstock I have used is Tim Holtz. They're not overly fancy in terms of cover. There's not fabric and anything like that on them. They are simple cardstock covers that I have decorated. There we go. So this it's unhooks double round there, and this is completely removable if you wish to put this in a traveller's notebook. So there's a little pocket on the front, little collage. They all have one. I'll show you the little beads. This one has a rose and a bell. There is a little fox charm and some little glass beads on there. So each one has a little Tim Holtz disc sewn, hand sewn here, little pocket, and there is a piece of ephemera in the pocket. This is the made ephemera, it's not original. This is a piece of original ledger paper. There's a book page pocket with a tag in there. Some vintage note paper, some onion skin paper, tea dyed paper. This is a piece of made ephemera. There's a page, some more. There is this is one of the made envelopes. Oh, there's a little book page here, and we have a journaling card. It's quite a hefty one, and one of my painted rusty paper clips. So they're not rust, they are painted to look rusty, so you don't have to worry about rust. What was this? A reckoner. page from an old reckoner, more vintage notebook. These are the little ones that I made a different size purposely to go into these journals. And there's just some little ephemera bits in there. Another made ephemera page. Another one of those painted rusty paper clips. Some more made ephemera. There is a slide tag and some more little ephemera pieces here, and some little pockets I made with that construction card kit. A little bit of sewn, just put some slits in here. And this is an old, one of those really old photo books that you get from holiday and things like that, with that like lovely handmade paper in. This is a little flip tag from one of I decided I wanted to use some of my old kits, because I make a kit, use the kit, and then it kind of gets put away, left in my folders and never used again. So I did want to start using some of my old kits, because they are so nice, and it's like getting something new when you go back to something old, isn't it? Oh, that little tab, I'll have to move that in a moment because the tab should be sticking out. This is a vintage ledger book that I've just turned into a little pocket with a little piece of ephemera. I've got to remember how this goes now. So this flips over, and there's a little piece of this little made vintage check. There's a little tuck spot here, and if you wanted to, you could put something in this little pocket there as well. Book page. This is the double-sided tag, and you could also pop something in that little pocket there if you wanted to. The other side of that vintage ledger, and that's one of those made checks. Some bits and pieces of ephemera in this little pocket, kind of packed this one. And this is the little slide flip again that I made, and there's a tiny little piece of ephemera in that pocket. This is the other side of that page. I just love this paper, the texture of it's amazing. We have another little tuck card here. The paper clip is actually attached. You can't remove the paper clip, but you can take this particular tag out and journal on that if you want to. And there's a little one of those little tiny tags. The other side of that paper, so it's a made piece of ephemera, printed that onto newsprint and just kind of just aged it. Okay. Oh, I just love that page. And obviously it's this is a little slide where the little tag comes out, and there is a little plastic cover on that one. Two more little tags in there. Another little piece of made ephemera in this folder, and the other side of those papers, and then that's the back. Okay, so that is, and the structure of the journals and the papers that are used are the same in all of them. Okay, they all have the same elements in, so that just goes round twice. To keep that closed. So that's the Traveller's Notebook style journal. This is a little notebook. This is printed onto vellum. So there are some check pages in here throughout the little notebook. It's not got a huge amount of pages, but it's just a little kind of travel notebook. So that's that. This is, so you've got a piece of seam binding, a plain cover, so it can be completely embellished. There's a pocket at the front and similar pages, but not quite the same. There's some stamp book paper, book pages. I've just popped a little sticker on there, made some pockets. There's a little double pocket, so you've got a little pocket here and a little tuck spot there. There's there's a paper clip, and you've got a tuck here that's sewn. And again, all of them have, this is from a vintage list book or stamp. I think it's a stamp book from a post office. It's got some of that paper in the middle. There's nothing on the strings, so you could do something with those if you wanted. So another pocket here. And another little tuck spot there with one of those painted rusty paper clips. So it's not real rust. Just popped a little sticker on those pages. So it's not embellished at all. I mean, basically I was going to make 10. And after making 5, I thought there's just no way I'm going to make 10. So they became a set rather than, they became a set rather than 10 traveller's notebooks. And this is a little sewn pouch, and inside there is some ephemera that you could use in your blank traveller's notebook. So there's a guest check, there's a little seed packet envelope, little tag, there's a vintage little postcard, a little feather, little tags, there's a little stamped teeny tag. There are a couple of original tea cards. There's an original ticket. There's another one of those tiny tags, so they've got 2 in. There are 2 or 3. This one has 3. 3. 3 Tim Holtz tags cut. There is a little floral book page. There's a slide cut. There's another one of those slit pockets that I made on my scan and cut, and another little slide. And then there are 3 tabs cut and yet another painted rusty paper clip. So these are little bits that you could embellish that journal, that blank journal with. So let me put this one away. So this is number 1. This is number 2. Okay, and they've all got one of these, it's embossed, it hasn't got the it hasn't got the cabanache on the top. It's the bezel, but that's it. So this one has pink sari silk and some ribbon lace. Well, they all have a piece of sari and lace. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm not going to show you inside the pouch because they are pretty much all the same. I'm just going to show you a flip through of the journal, but I am going to speed it up, I'm afraid, because there's 5 of them. It will take a long time. So they all have the same style opening, so that can be removed if you want. Okay, so that was quite long. I will have to speed some of that up, and I'm sorry I didn't show every single bit, but as you could see, they are all pretty much the same. They have the same papers in, just in a different place, and obviously if they're from a book, they're going to be a different page. I hope you like them. Thank you, Wendy, for the inspiration for the pouches. I'm so glad I finally got a use for this fabric, but I just thought this particular fabric went so nice. And isn't it funny how this laundry detergent I use for all my clothes, but I can never smell it. It's on my clothes, but I can't smell it. But these still smell really fresh and lovely from the laundry detergent. So it's not overpowering. It's a very mild detergent. But I hope you like them. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do at the moment about selling these. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a photo of the pouch and the journal laid out to get them listed in my Etsy shop. Obviously there is the link to this video because I'm probably not going to be able to take photos for a few days, but I know I need to get them in the shop. So I'm going to list them with no photographs, but I am going to put a link to this video. They'll just be the main, you know, the covers. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these onto Etsy fairly soon, just with the front picture. In a couple of days, I will add more pictures. And I'm just not going to have time to do that today. So, and I really do need to get them listed. So thank you for watching. I hope the microphone works. I will see you all soon. Bye.